Hey guys, I'm Erik Peterson and I'm a men's dating and relationship coach for skillofattraction.com. And today's coaching video is called She's Choosing Money Over Love. Now, as many of you guys know, these coaching videos is when one of you writes into me, and if I find it to be beneficial to my viewers and subscribers, I answer your question in a video. And in this email I received from a viewer, he's struggling with being the other man in a relationship, and I realize this sort of situation pisses a lot of men off, especially those of you who have been cheated on in the past. But this is actually a fairly common scenario, and there is little to no information for men going through this, since everyone thinks the other man or the other person is just plain evil. But I'm here to help you guys navigate your way through difficult dating and relationship issues, and I don't judge. And in this email, as I mentioned, he's dealing with being the other man for a woman. In other words, she's cheating on her boyfriend with this viewer for the last year or so, and they have fallen in love with each other. And now things have come to a head where she must choose between him and her current boyfriend. However, she's leaning towards her boyfriend over him due to the fact that her boyfriend is a better financial provider. So basically, she's choosing money over love, and he's left very confused on what he should do or what to think about the situation. So I'm going to go through his email and see if I could clear things up for him and give him some tips of what he should do from here on out. But if you guys need my personal help and you're interested in some private coaching, please head over to my website at skillofattraction.com. Click on the coaching tab, and there you will see that I have several options for you to choose from. I offer standard email coaching as well as emergency email coaching, which includes a response from me on weekends and holidays. And I also offer both bi-weekly and monthly email coaching, where I will work with you throughout that time period. Additionally, I offer phone coaching for my North American clients. Now, if you live outside North America, I will have a phone or Skype coaching option for you guys sometime in the future, but for right now, email coaching is the way to go. And I will post the links to both my contact page and my coaching page in the description down below. So let's get on to his email. He says, "Hi, I was dating this 32-year-old woman. I'm 20. Nice, you like the older ladies. And after the third date, she told me she has a boyfriend and I'm actually her lover. We continued dating and meeting very often, and I fell in love with her. She has abuse trauma from her childhood from previous relationships, and her current boyfriend is the first who hasn't hurt her. She's been with him for over 2 years now, and she's been cheating on him with me for 1 year. We even talked about moving in together and planned the future, a child, a house, etc. But the thing is, she feels very financial and common safe with him." Just so you guys know, I edited this email bit because English is not his first language, but I edit it in such a way where it flows a little better. So if there are things that don't make complete sense, that's why. I think because of her trauma, or she feels safer with him because of her trauma. Her trauma may have something to do with it, but we're going to get into what the overall reason is. "I started to be needy with her, and then she broke up with me before Christmas, but she gives me cold and hot. I begged her and became more needy and emotional. But the thing is, she don't know what she wants." That's most women. No offense to the ladies, but... "So after I was acting very needy, we both agreed on doing no contact for 2 months, and we just started 1 week ago. Before we started, we spoke face to face and told her I will not pressure my feelings onto her because she felt I was. So this is why we agreed to no contact. I also told her I have done everything for her that I could, and I love her. So with this no contact, I give space and time to miss me and for her to figure out what she wants. Good. Also, we kiss passionately before starting it. She acts like a 14-year-old, but she's 32. I really love her, so I will do anything to be with her. That's great that you love her, but you want to be careful with that attitude of I will do anything to be with her. This is what gets guys into trouble. So this is my story. The no contact is killing me, and it's hard to continue. But I have to, if I want her, I have to stay strong. You're absolutely right. Maybe you could make a video about my story. Here we are. I know this was long, but this is my story. What should I do? What is my situation? Thank you in advance for your answer. Okay, what this sounds like to me is what is referred to as alpha seed, beta need, or the more crass version, alpha fucks, beta bucks. Now, this could be difficult for men to understand because we don't think in this way. Even women hearing this explained to them will most likely disagree. But the truth is, this is natural for women. It's their instinctive mating strategy. They've been doing this for thousands and thousands of years. Now, while not all women face this scenario, most will to some extent or another. Really, the only women who don't face this are the exceptionally beautiful ones, simply because they more or less have their pick of the litter. But sometimes even they face it or succumb to it. So I'm going to give you guys a little crash course in alpha seed, beta need. And basically, women have a dualistic mating strategy. They have two ways that they could go. They want the alpha, or the man with the best genetics that she can attract. And when women are screening for good genes in a man, it's not just good looks and a nice physique that sells them on the idea of wanting to commit to a man and have his babies. I mean, that's part of it, but that's not all of it. It's also his personality, behavior, and character. In fact, it's your personality, behavior, and character that are more important to women, because a good-looking man can also be a weak man. Though that's not to say that looks don't matter, because they absolutely do, but it's not the most important thing to women the way it is for us men. However, women also want a man who can provide security and stability. It doesn't matter if she's perfectly capable of supporting herself financially. Seeking a man who can provide is just built into their DNA. If she makes a lot of money at her job, or more money than you, she's going to expect that you at least make close to the same amount and that you're always working to do better. So, where's the problem here? Well, women have a difficult time finding all that in one man. They want that fun, sexy alpha that spikes her emotions and makes her feel like a woman. But they also want that man who can provide for them. The men who provide and who are also not alpha would be considered a beta, or a beta provider. Yes, there is such a thing as an alpha provider, but they're very rare. That would be considered hitting the jackpot for women, at least in terms of a man. It's because he has the whole package. He has a very high sexual market value. So due to the fact that women can rarely find all these qualities in the same man, she is forced to choose one type of man over the other. The fun, sexy alpha or the boring beta provider. And guess which one women typically choose? Well, if you guessed the beta provider, you would be correct. She chooses the beta need over the beta seed. She's choosing stability and security over living a life of fun, great sex, and overall happiness, and of course, over the better genetics. Now, why would a woman choose a beta over an alpha? Well, because the alpha is a much riskier investment. I actually plan on doing a video about this topic where I'll dive much deeper into this, but basically, the beta is a safe choice. The chances of him getting wooed away by another woman are slim. He typically doesn't take on risk, at least not the same way an alpha does. He's dependable. He generally makes a good father. You get the idea. An alpha, on the other hand, can rather easily attract other women where they may steal him away from her. He's often a risk taker, like perhaps an entrepreneur, a soldier, or even a bank robber, whatever. Sometimes he has children by other females, or due to the fact that he's attractive to other women, he may just get another woman pregnant. Now, I'm not saying all alphas are this way, but these are the types of worry that goes through a woman's head when it comes time to settle down with a man. She has to think about all these things. So while women want and crave the alpha, these are the men who women fall head over heels in love with and just obsess over and just can't get out of their mind. They typically go for the beta. When it comes to settling down, getting married, and having children, because it's the safer choice. She knows that she can count on him and that he will remain at least relatively loyal to her. See, it's important to understand that men and women love differently. While men have a much more romantic idea of love, believe it or not, women view love in a much more opportunistic way. In other words, women fall in love with what the man is and what he can provide her with, as opposed to who the man is. Men, on the other hand, we just fall in love and expect the woman to love him for who he is, no matter who he is. And I realize that society has taught us it's the exact opposite of that, but reality says otherwise. This is why we're absolutely shocked when a woman tells us that she's no longer in love with us or she's lost feelings. I mean, we're like, why? I mean, nothing has really changed, and I'm still the same man, but, women see it differently. And that reminds me, be sure to watch my video, Women Will Not Love You Unconditionally, to understand this a bit better. Now, you may not see yourself as the alpha, but she probably would have never fallen in love with you, and she certainly wouldn't be cheating on her boyfriend with you, had she not perceived you to be her alpha. But when you started begging and getting emotional, now she's not sure what she feels. It's confused her even further. So she's going to be leaning towards her boyfriend because, again, he's the safer choice. I know I need to do a video explaining alphas and betas so everyone's on the same page, because it's not always what people conjure up in their heads. But for the sake of this video, alphas are emotionally strong, they're confident, they're independent, they go after what they want, they're decisive, they're risk takers, women are attracted to them, and they just love being around them. And whatever the case, your girl sees alpha qualities in you. And she's most likely not consciously thinking you're alpha. Like, she's not sitting around saying, oh, my alpha. But she can't deny her intense attraction and love for you. If she felt this way about her boyfriend, she would have never given you the time of day to begin with. Now, you're actually doing the right thing here, outside of getting a bit too emotional and begging her and whatnot. But if you could get a hold of your emotions and remain strong from here on out, and after some time apart, she won't even be remembering your emotional episode. At least emotionally for her, it will be like it never happened. Just don't remind her by apologizing about it, or remind her in any way, actually. It's done. Move past it. Don't dwell on it. So you want to remain in no contact. And actually, being in no contact, this will be a good opportunity for you to get a hold of your emotions. And you just want to give her the time and space to come to her own decision without being pressured. Yes, no contact is very difficult. It doesn't matter who you are, especially when you don't know the outcome. So with that in mind, it's a good idea that you practice outcome independence. This simply means that you get yourself into a mindset where you're not attached to an outcome with her. Basically, you want to get into a mindset where you feel you'll be fine whether she chooses you or him. Of course, you're going to be sad if she chooses him over you, but you will generally be fine. I mean, that's the attitude that you want to have, because the truth is, this really could go either way. Now, the best thing that you could do right now is to remain confident that you are the prize, even if she does choose him. Now remember, if she chooses him over you, it's her loss. And you will find another woman at some point who would be happy to move mountains in order to be with you, where she doesn't have to make a choice because the choice is obvious. And just because she chooses him doesn't mean that she loves him more than you, only that you were a risky investment and he was a safer choice for her. Sadly, if this does happen, she will grow old always remembering you as the man who knew how to push all her buttons. The women who choose a beta over an alpha are referred to as alpha widows. And I promise you, if she's head over heels in love with you, if she sees you as her alpha and she ends up choosing the other guy, she will become one of those alpha widows. And they often find themselves pining for the alpha for the rest of their lives. It's actually pretty sad for them. I mean, I couldn't imagine living like that for the rest of my life, but you know, women do it all the time. But it's not like she didn't have a choice. You just have to keep your head up, keep moving forward. Unfortunately, a very sad truth is we don't always get to have a life with the person that we love. It's just the reality of things. And hopefully me giving you a brief explanation of alpha seed, beta need will help you accept whatever outcome comes your way in the end. And just remember, you want to focus on outcome independence. When you're not attached to an outcome, it makes accepting the outcome much, much easier. Plus, it's a good way to avoid disappointment and resentment. Oh, and you also want to be sure that if she does have a difficult time making the decision, say she comes back to you after the no contact period and she's still indecisive, you want to be sure that she doesn't keep you in limbo where you're waiting around for her to make a decision. Trust me on this, it will drive you absolutely crazy, frustrate the shit out of you, and just cause resentment and all kinds of negative emotions. I just did a video on this, in fact, so I recommend that you watch that one too, so you don't find yourself wasting years of your life waiting for something that may never happen. So stay in no contact and let her reach out to you when the no contact period is over. I know you're going to be dying to talk to her when that time comes, but just be patient, let her reach out to you. She will, I promise you. And if she chooses the other guy, well, unfortunate, you just have to move on. I know that's easier said than done, but that's really all that you can do. And actually, this is the best way to have a future with her while you're in this situation. And, you know, if she chooses to go with the guy, sadly, she will regret it for the rest of her life. But like I said, she had her opportunity. But by you moving on, there's a lot more likely chance that she just may change her mind. I mean, it's not a guarantee she will, but this will increase the chances of that happening. I mean, because you waiting around will not change anything. Only you keeping her emotionally fulfilled while she marries this other guy. So, if you have found this video helpful, or any of my videos helpful, I would really appreciate it if you gave it a thumbs up and for you to share it with any of your friends and family. And I would also really appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button down below and tick that little bell symbol next to it so you get real-time notifications of when I upload new videos. And in the description down below, not only will I have a link to both my contact page and my coaching page, but I will also have a link to PayPal if you deem this video worthy of a donation. So that's it for this video. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Have a good one. Bye-bye.